Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Chetan Phadke again. Last time we spoke a little bit, we started a series about what is a good diet for human beings. And in the first of the series, we spoke about what did ancient humans eat. So, in this episode 2 of this series, we're going to focus on what insights do our physiology and anatomy provide us. All right, so I'm going to share, in terms of anatomy, a few insights from structures like teeth, our jaws, stomach size, and nails, and so on. And in terms of physiology, we'll focus on liver and liver function, cholesterol, metabolism, and digestion. All right, so let's start off with anatomical clues. This is actually a very nice web article written by an MD, Dr. Miller, online that I found, and I used that to model my presentation on the anatomical aspects of our bodies that give us some clues about what kind of diet we are designed to eat. All right, so let's start off first with teeth. So if you think about teeth of a wolf, for example, or for that matter, any carnivore, you can think of a lion uh, or even a dog, the first thing that you notice is that the teeth are sharp. The teeth are pointy. Some of the incisors are long, and in general, they're sharp. They're instruments designed for tearing meat and killing. And so that is definitely obvious when you look at the shape of the teeth. All right, so other than the teeth, what about the claws? So you'll notice that even the claws have really sharp nails, and they are also pointy. Again, going with its design to tear meat, to rip, to catch a prey. So do you notice the nails are always, even the teeth are curved, and they're curved inwards usually. So when they grab something, and when an animal, let's say the animal of prey, tries to escape, the harder it makes an attempt to escape, the deeper the teeth sink, even the claws, they sink into the animal, making it very hard for it to escape. So, all right, so that's a wolf. What about a cow? Now we know a wolf is a carnivore. It eats animals. What about a cow? We know that cow doesn't really eat animals. It eats grass. All right. So let's see what the anatomy of the bones and the teeth of a cow look like. So if you look at the very front teeth, there are two sets of teeth the cow has. The very front teeth, they're shaped like a sickle. You can see that they're pointing forwards, and right here you can see it. They're pointing forwards, and they work like a sickle. So a cow, as it's grazing the grass, it cuts the grass. The front teeth help it cut the grass, and then these teeth at the back, they're the molars or premolars. They are flat. They're not sharp. They're not pointy. So they're really designed to masticate, to really chew on the food that the cow eats. All right. What about the hooves? Are the hooves designed for attack, or are the hooves designed for just standing and walking? So as you can see here, there are no pointy parts. There are no sharp nails. All right. So cow is an herbivore. You can see that it has a different anatomy than a wolf. What about human beings? All right. Let's look at what human beings have. And you don't really need to look at picture of human beings. You can see it yourself. What are our teeth like? Our teeth are not sharp. We are not vampires. We are not Draculas. Our teeth, for most part, are flat in the front. And the back, you'll see that they are more, they're like molars. What about our nails? Our nails in our fingers and toes, they can get long, they can get sharp, but typically they are not really designed for ripping meat or any of that sort. Definitely are not as sharp as the teeth of a carnivore such as a wolf. And even this is not a new thing. It's not our nails, our teeth are not evolved to the current state, the way they are. They've always been like that. If you go thousands of years ago, Homo erectus, for example, the Homo erectus teeth were not that different than our own teeth. You see here, there are some incisors there, and then you have the molars, and the molars are flat. And what does that mean? What is the purpose of a flat uh, a flat tooth? And I'm going to show an example of what a flat tooth can do and what it's designed to do a little further. But let's look at what other differences exist between carnivores and herbivores in terms of their jaw movements. So obviously we know that there are different ways in which we can move our jaws. We, meaning human beings, we obviously can open it and close it. That's one movement. In addition to that, we can also go side to side, right? You can all try that yourself. You can move it from side to side, and you can also move it from front to back, side to side, and open and close. There are three different planes in which our jaws can move. However, the jaw of a carnivore, see here, for most part, it can only go up or down because it's really designed to grab something and swallow and eat. All right, I have a picture here of a millstone. So see, gives you a nice idea. You can put some grains in the millstone and you can grind them. You can mill them front, back, sideways, rotate it a little bit. So that's an example of what this type of a structure, this type of a design allows you to do. So if you have grains in your mouth, your jaw and your teeth and your molars, they're designed to really act like millstone and grind down the grains. It's not really designed to grab and swallow food. All right, let's keep going and look at the size of the mouth. So if you look at the size of a human mouth, it's relatively small compared to other animals. So in this case, when we want to eat a huge burger, for example, or any kind of huge food, it's incredibly hard for us to wrap our mouths around that food. We have to eat it piece by piece. However, a carnivore such as a wolf, for example, they can really open their mouth wide. And it's not just about mouth being wide, it also goes side to side. So human mouth is only in the front plane, it's a little bit, but a carnivore, their mouth extends all the way to the side of the mouth. So they really have a huge opening. And if you think about the purpose behind that, is to be able to grab as big a part of another animal, prey, as possible to maximize their use as a tool to gain access to their food, which is meat. All right, so we talked a little bit about the different aspects of anatomy of herbivores and carnivores and our own anatomy, human beings, to understand a little bit about what is our design, what are some clues in our design that tell us a little bit about what kind of food we can eat. So it seems like from the anatomy of our body, our mouth is designed to, one, eat the food and chew on it and grind it down, and we don't have sharp parts to tear meat. All right, so let's dig our paws, sorry about the pun, dig our nails into physiology and see what clues our physiology can give us about what kind of foods we are designed to eat. I'm only going to focus on two things: the cholesterol removal in the body and how does the body remove the cholesterol, and liver function. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the digestive enzymes. There are many different things, but I'm just going to focus these because these are very interesting. All right, so let's start with what is cholesterol? What does cholesterol do? And have some understanding about that, and then we'll move from there. So cholesterol is a waxy substance that comes from two sources. It comes from your body. Our body makes its own cholesterol. Majority of the cholesterol is made by our own liver, and also comes from food. So our liver makes all the cholesterol we'll ever need, and the liver then pushes the cholesterol into the blood in the form of LDL, so that rest of the body can use cholesterol. A lot of it is used. About 50% of the cholesterol is also used in making bile salts. All right. So cholesterol, the other source of cholesterol is food. It's found in foods from animal sources because animals make cholesterol, right? Plants don't make cholesterol. So if you eat animals, of course, there'll be cholesterol in the animals. Some animal sources have high cholesterol, some have low cholesterol. But in general, cholesterol comes from any kind of meat or any kind of animal source of food. Another interesting thing is that high fatty food, for example, if you have food that is high in saturated fat, then that can also increase or stimulate an increase in the liver, our own liver's own production of cholesterol. So it's not just the cholesterol that you eat, but it's also the cholesterol that you eat that triggers our own body to make even more cholesterol. All right. So the how does cholesterol get eliminated? Our body our liver takes the cholesterol and it produces bile salts from it. So bile salts are important for digesting many different things in our body, mostly fat, but also for absorbing vitamins and things like that. So bile salts are produced by the liver and they're pushed into our gut, into our duodenum, into small intestine, and then most of it is absorbed back because our body likes to recirculate. So it's incredible how we are using everything and recycling it. The liver takes cholesterol, uses it up again, because it tells you that because our body has this recycling mechanism, it suggests that we are not really designed to take in too much cholesterol from our food, because our body has been designed in an optimal way to use cholesterol as well as it can, and it doesn't put anything to waste. So a little bit goes away and gets excreted, and we'll talk a little bit about the significance of that a little further. So heart disease models, a lot of times cardiovascular disease is assessed in animal models, and what they've found is that it's very difficult to create an animal model of heart disease in omnivores or carnivores, but it is a lot easier to recreate this disease in herbivores. So it's interesting. The typical diet of herbivores is not rich in cholesterol. So if you add cholesterol to the diet, yeah, they'll get heart disease pretty quickly. But omnivores, they are not. Their natural diet involves a lot of cholesterol. So it gives you an idea that maybe they have some functions built in. They have some physiological design to allow them to resist development of heart disease as a result of high cholesterol. So let's think about a little bit about what are some of those mechanisms. I saw this very nice study more than 40 years ago. They looked at species differences in the level of cholesterol in their liver and in their blood in two different species, rabbits and rats. And it's a nice contrast, because rats are omnivores. They can eat many different things. They can eat other animals. They can also eat grains, pretty much any kind of food. However, rabbits are herbivores. They only eat vegetables and grass. All right, so the research design they used was that in that study, they had rats who were fed a high cholesterol food, and they found that rats, just by giving them high cholesterol foods, did not increase their blood cholesterol levels. All right, so this is interesting. If you feed a rabbit high cholesterol diet, then the rabbit quickly develops signs of heart disease, whereas same diet given to a rat does not trigger heart disease. So that was very interesting. It gives you an idea that you have to do something else with the rats, because they have a different physiology than rabbits. It allows them to be protected from too much cholesterol. So what is it that they did to cause cholesterol overload in rats? So what they did was they added taurocholic acid, which is a bile salt, in the diet of the rats who were given high cholesterol foods. And when they added that, that was it. Once they added that, then the rats also developed high cholesterol in their